Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. It's lovely to have you with us this evening. I'm Sarah from Cult Pens, and for our workshop this evening, we'll be learning different ways that we can use the STABILO Woody Pencils. If you've never heard of Woody Pencils, they're a coloured pencil, watercolour or wax crayon all in one. I'd like to welcome the talented illustrator and artist, Jessica Smith, who will be running the workshop this evening. I'll hand over to Jess in just a moment, but before I do, here's a little bit of housekeeping. We anticipate the session will last up to an hour, so please get comfy. The session is being recorded and we'll make the recording available later this week on our YouTube channel. So if you do miss something, you'll have a chance to go back and take another look. All cameras and sound are switched off for the duration of the session, but if you have any questions, and obviously we love questions, please do ask away. You can use our chat function or the Q&A. Anna, who has also joined us tonight from Cult Pens, and I will do our best to answer your questions, and where possible, we'll gently interrupt Jess as we go along. So when you're ready, Jess, it's over to you.
Thank you. Can you make this
spotlight?
Perfect. Amazing. Hello everyone. So I'm Jess. I'm an illustrator, artist, designer from the UK, and I use a lot of different media. So I use a lot of gouache, like coloured pencils, pastels, markers. So these woody pencils are perfect for me to use within my work, like alongside the other mediums that I use. I've got this box here with me today, so I have all of the lovely pastel colours as well. But these pencils are so much more than just a pencil. Like, I know they look all fun and bright and colourful, and you might mistake them for being, you know, like a kid's thing, but they are definitely for everyone. There are so many different ways that you can use them. One thing that is great, that they are really good for kids because they are so chunky. I'm gonna get one out, hopefully. Yeah, because they are so chunky and they have such a chunky lead, they're really, really hard to break. Like, you'd have to have a really strong child to break one of these. So they are great for kids, but they are also really, really good for adults alike. Like, I use these in my sketchbook a lot. And because they come in such a range of colours, they feel a bit more like less childish. They feel a bit more like grown up, and you can get some really beautiful colours in the range as well. So as well as being a coloured pencil crayon, they are water soluble as well, so they can be used as a watercolour. I'm going to show you in a minute how you can kind of mix them and the little like techniques you can use to make them into a watercolour. They also go on glass and lots of other materials, so they go on like concrete or wood or ceramics, but we're going to be doing in this workshop, I'm going to do a little run through of some techniques that you can use with them, how to turn them into a watercolour, and then I'm going to be showing you like a little Queen's Jubilee themed window. I've got a pane of glass down here that is going to be the window for tonight. But what would be great, I was going to say, if anyone has any Jubilee suggestions of illustrations I could do on a window, if you wanted to pop them in the chat, that would really help me out. I've got a couple of things in mind, but anything extra would be great. But first off, I'm going to show you how they work as a watercolour on my paper here, and I'm going to try and spotlight. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's all happening. And I'm going to turn my video off because I will end up pulling some weird faces or something, if I can anyway. I might not be able to. No, I'll leave it on. Right, so there are a couple of ways that you can use these as watercolour. A couple of colours out. So I've got these colours here. And if you want to turn them into a watercolour, there are a couple of ways you can do it. You can directly colour onto the paper and then just with paintbrush and a little bit of water, you can blend them out. And they're lovely because they still have like so much pigment in them, even when blended out. So I'm going to show you with a couple of other colours. So as you can see, when you put them down, they are so opaque and like they have so much pigment in them. For a crayon, it is great. So this red one is like really bright, really, really vibrant. You can also blend them together. So they blend really nicely, either as a watercolour or as just a pastel. So as you can see, they blend really nicely as well. So that's one way that you can use them as a watercolour. Another way is you can like directly, like if you make the lead of the pencil wet with the paintbrush, it puts some of the colour onto your paintbrush. The only thing I would say about this is that you don't get quite as much pigment as you do as if you like coloured on the page. I'll show you what I mean here. So as you can see, when you colour on directly onto the page, you get a much brighter colour. Something's just fallen off my desk. But yeah, as you can see, you get a much brighter colour with this one where you colour directly onto the page. Another way, or another thing I was going to show you, is that they layer over one another so well because they're so pigmented. You can just like layer them up really, really easily. And that's really, really nice for if you're making like a big picture and you want to kind of draw over little bits that you've done. That's how I use them. They go over wet medium really nicely because this is still a bit damp and they're still really pigmented. And yeah, other great things you can do is obviously if you've got like little glass jars, say for like tea light holders, they are really great over all of that as well. I don't know if I've got something I can show you this. So this is like a little like dark cardboard. So if you wanted to like write a little label on something, I'm just going to show you how. Say you were sending a gift. They go over like dark materials really well. They go over ceramics, glass, which I will show you later. But yeah, what we're going to do today is a little window display, like a Queen Jubilee themed window display. Now I've got this piece of glass, which I'm going to pop down here, and you won't be able to see it too much at the moment. It will just look like I am drawing on my table, but once I hold it up, you'll be able to see all the little illustrations. So we're going to start off with some like little, like I said, Queen themed illustrations. And again, if anyone has any suggestions or things they'd like to see me draw, then feel free to pop it in the chat and I will do my very best. I'll try and start off here. So you'll be able to see that they do go onto a glass surface really, really well. and they also come off really easily as well. So if you have got any kids that want to make a little Jubilee window, but you're worried about them coming off, they come off just with a damp cloth, maybe like a little bit of spray. But again, if anyone has any questions, you can pop them in the little box at the side, the chat, and I will do my best to answer them, or Sarah and Anna can help me out. Can you fix the crayon on the glass? I don't think you can, but Sarah or Anna, you might be able to confirm that. I'm not sure you can, because it is obviously a wax onto a non-porous surface, so I don't think there would be a way that you could.
No, I think you're right, Jess. I don't think you can.
No.
I think the only way you'd be able to is maybe with some sort of varnish, which
Yeah, I was going to say,
probably not what you want on your windows.
No, just because obviously the glass doesn't have anything for the pastel to like stick to. It does just come off really easily with water, which obviously it's good for if you're just doing something temporary, but maybe not if you want something more permanent.
Jess, do you find that you have to press quite hard on glass, or?
You know what? This is the gold one.
Mm.
And you do have to press a bit harder with the metallic ones to get the proper color out, but with like the normal colors, no, not at all. Like they come out so easily.
Mm.
But with the metallic ones, a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's looking really good.
They are fun though. Definitely something that you could do with your kids as well.
I think having bunting done that way is a lot easier than stringing up the real thing.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you find doing some of these smaller details with the wider end to these pencils?
Yeah, I think they're fine. And also the pack comes with a really good sharpener.
Yeah.
Because they're quite thick, so they don't fit in a normal sharpener. So because it does come with one, it is much easier. And then you can sharpen it if there are tiny little details that you want to do.
Yeah.
Just had a question about what are the new colours. If you'll give me a second, I will just confirm those for you.
Mm-hmm. I think they are the pastel ones.
The new colours, as Jess says, they're all the pastel ones. So we've got pastel yellow, pastel red, pastel pink, pastel lilac, pastel blue, and pastel green.
So it's these ones here at the end.
Yeah.
So this would have been the standard set. And then the new ones are those 5 there, 6 there. Oh, my maths. the Queen might be a little bit insulted at to how I have drawn her corgi.
Very brave. It's looking good.
Just to give you an idea of what you can do with them, I guess. Looks like a rabbit. We'll leave him there.
No, it's definitely a corgi.
I'll show you how they write as well. Don't know if anyone has any other suggestions of things I could draw, because I have drawn everything I plan to. I'm going to have a little look and see if I can.
How about a throne?
Throne, oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Potentially. Have a look if I can see it. What a throne looks like.
Or a gold carriage. So I'm really challenging you here now.
You really are.
It'd be interesting actually to see what it's like from the back of the glass. So if you drew it, you know, inside your home,
Yeah,
what the effect is like on the other side. I don't know if you can actually.
you will be
show
able
that.
to see on here. Hang on a second. So it comes out, everything will be backwards, but you still get that really nice, like, obviously everything is backwards, but
Yeah, you still get all the colour through, don't you?
yeah, you do. It is really nice. Someone said a castle.
Yeah, that sounds a bit simpler.
What a good idea. That does sound simpler. I don't know if it will be, maybe I'll do like a cute castle, not quite Windsor Castle, but maybe a little fairy tale-y one. I don't know if children are gonna draw Windsor Castle. Do it up here. Okay, so I'm just gonna, if I can start my face video, there you go. I'm gonna show you. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but you can see how bright it still comes up. This is gonna reflect. How bright they come up. Even so, if you imagine that on a window, you know, it's not the best because you've got the reflection from my computer. But if you had your kids do some fun windows for the Platinum Jubilee weekend, they come out so beautifully, and as you can see, they're really quick to use. You can make like really fun display in under an hour. And this is the sharpener that they come with. It's like a really big pencil sharpener because they don't fit normal pencil sharpeners, so that's really handy. And they also come with a paintbrush, which is great. Saves you having to go and buy paintbrushes and stuff because it does all come in the package. And yeah, that's kind of me done for the demonstration. Thank you, Hanya. But yeah, I think they would look really fun as little window displays, kind of brighten up the street. I know there's a lot of people doing lots of things for the Jubilee, so they're definitely something that could be used for that. But likewise, they are also really great for artists. Like I'm a professional artist and I use them in my sketchbook, so definitely not just limited to being kind of a child's pencil. They definitely can be used across all ages and all, you know, what's the word, levels of ability. But yes, I don't know if Sarah or Anna, do you want to take back over? They're great on fabric. Yeah, they are. They work on all things like that. They are super fun. Like I said, really versatile for loads of different types of materials. But yes, I hope you liked it. I hope you all go and make fun windows for the weekend.
Oh, spotlight me. Hello. Thank you, Jess. That window looks absolutely amazing. I loved it. I like all the little things, and the crown. That's probably my favourite thing.
What about the corgi? Here he is.
Oh yeah, and the corgi. He's cute. He needs a name, I think.
Yeah.
As Jess has come to an end, I just again want to say a massive thank you. If you've been creating along with Jess this evening, or obviously if you plan to do it in the future, please be proud of what you've done and created and share it with us, because we love to see what you create. If you do want to share it with us, we use the hashtag #CultPensCreative, all one word. We'll see it on there and we'll share it, or tag us in your Instagram post, or and then we'll make sure we share it and we can share your artwork with everyone else. If you want to find Jess on Instagram, you can find her at Jessica and then _Smith_illustration. It's a little bit of a long one.
It is a long one.
Yeah. As I mentioned, this session has been recorded, so if you missed anything or you want to go back, re-watch it, pause it and take your time, then that's fine. You can go back and find it on our YouTube channel. Hopefully I'll get it uploaded tomorrow, but if not, it'll be definitely by the end of this week. So this is the end of our session. I will be closing the webinar shortly, but we'll be hanging in here for a little bit longer just in case you have any more questions. But for now, I just want to say massive thank you again to Jess for sharing your expertise with us. We really appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the session and we'll see you again soon, hopefully. Bye-bye.
Thank you.